Oh yeah.
It's night number 9 of the 13th CISM World Military Women's Football Championship as we get ready for Belgium to take on Cameroon. Hi everybody, hello, bonjour to those of you in Belgium and Cameroon. We know you are staying up late or waking up extremely early to watch these hardworking women out on the pitch. So thank you, merci, badanks. I'm Alex Gould. Alongside me is U.S. Air Force Staff Sergeant Shelby Pruitt-Johnson. And Shelby, Cameroon is looking to become the first ever African nation to reach the gold medal match. All they need to do is draw or beat Belgium, and they are in. Belgium, of course, trying to shock the world and upset Cameroon, which could potentially allow the United States to reach the gold medal match. It's David versus Goliath here in Spokane.
This is going to be an interesting game tonight here at Union Stadium. Cameroon is a very fast, quick, technical team with a lot of their players being very well and can pass and make those goal scorers. And Belgium having to hold strong here against the team.
Let's take a look at the updated group rankings, the standings. This is the final match of Group A. The United States just defeated Ireland 5-0 to make things interesting. So if Cameroon loses here, there's a chance that the U.S. gets in based on goal differential, Shelby, since they only trail Cameroon by 1 goal.
Wouldn't that be the name of the game here if they get a chance through? But Cameroon has a pretty good chance here to get to the gold medal match.
You see there, Cameroon with 9 points, United States with 9. Germany's already done. So is Ireland. Of course, Belgium looking to win their first ever CISM Women's World Military Football match. Let's take a look at the highlights from that previous match and the win for the United States over Ireland. The U.S., Shelby, did what they needed to do. They won 5-0.
Well, they had Haley Robertson in the front there, making it 6 goals, leading the top of the goal scorers list and making, along with her other teammates, a bunch of the U.S. teammates got a foot on the ball to score here in the second half. But Ireland holding strong there for the first half and then letting a couple in the second. But having a good time here, learning and growing, and maybe they'll compete here next year.
Yeah, Ireland only allowed 1 goal in the first 45. Then some of the players who were sitting out because of yellow cards came in. Kaylee Utley added her 4th tally of the tournament. So did Gernsbacher. She added her 4th after the game winner against Germany. And then Angela Karamanos came on as an attacking midfielder, scoring her first goal of the tournament. You saw that move by Gernsbacher there. So smooth. All Lauren Dunn could do was watch. That was Robertson's second. Another brace for her, her second of the tournament. She now has 6, as you said, moving past Sarah Paulison, who we will see tomorrow against South Korea. But the United States with a big win there, and again, a happy birthday to Derek Wayand. I know he was fired up about that victory. But the teams are now marching out of the locker room, and we can take a look at the tail of the tape since its teams aren't quite ready for the CISM March just yet. But you see there, we were just looking at it. Belgium trying to win their first match ever. Cameroon trying to become the first African nation ever to reach the gold medal match. There's a lot to play for here.
Like you said it before, it's David and Goliath, and I have no doubt about it. The Belgian team is going to come out here very hard and with their heads up, even though they haven't had a win yet here in the tournament.
It is 86 degrees, so it's a little cooler from the first match today where it was up to 90-91, and of course that's 30 degrees Celsius. So pretty hot here in Spokane. We got a couple of nice days, Shelby. It was great. And listen, it's still beautiful. There's not a cloud in sight. That's nice. But something we've talked about all tournament long is the sun being in the eyes of keepers. So Ungodam as well as Jolene Bielens have to be prepared for that.
It's really detrimental, that sun, against this far goalkeeper. So whoever is going to get that coin flip and get this side of the field is really going to be struggling for the first half.
That's a really cute shot there. There's a Belgium fan wearing the Belgium jacket, taking on this match, hoping that these ladies can come away with a big upset win and a monster victory over a Cameroon club, Shelby, who is as quick, if not the quickest team in this championship setting.
The Cameroon team has a ton of players that play on the national team and with each other normally, so they have some chemistry and is able to make sequencing passes to get it up the field, and you can tell their game is so quick with the tempo. And looking at these ladies here lining up to do the CISM march.
So this is the CISM march again. Maybe you haven't joined us the first week or yesterday, but here on day number 9, of course, these young men and women, all soccer players who look up to these women and look up to these military women and these football players, and it's one of the best shots all tournament long. It is such a cool sight to see, and it doesn't just have to be the U.S. team, Shelby. These players from Cameroon, and I know these players from Belgium, get a really big kick out of this. So the CISM march here that unites both nations. You see, they practice this every single day at the exact same time to make sure that everyone is on the same page. You see the CISM flag in the front, and then they will pull out the Cameroon flag as well as the Belgium flag. And they will have both national anthems. You see on your screen there a good shot of some of the youth soccer players here in the Spokane area, holding hands with a lot of these powerful women out on the pitch. So the CISM march, then it will be Cameroon's national anthem, followed by Belgium's national anthem, and then we will get into the starting 11 for both countries.
And now, the national anthem of Cameroon. And now, the national anthem of Belgium. Thank you. You may be seated. Let's give a big round of applause to the Spokane Youth Soccer Clubs marching on the field with the players and our volunteers holding today's flag.
Two beautiful national anthems there for Cameroon and Belgium as the teams get ready to go over the strategy just before first touch. Of course, the captains will meet with the referees in center circle. And you see the refs rocking the orange and black here tonight. The referee is Minji Cha from South Korea, also from South Korea, and assistant referee Son Young Yang. Then 2 Canadian referees, George Prionis, as well as the 4th official, and Giancarlo Pavone. So those are the officials, those are the refs for tonight's match. As you see, Belgium taking a picture there, as well as Cameroon. Cameroon trying to soak in this moment, Shelby. They have the chance to become the first African nation to go to the gold medal. But you see the starting 11 there for Belgium under head coach Nico van Eertsel. Taking a look at the keeper, Jolien Bielens is in between the pipes. The left back is Emily Deputer. The left center back is Laura Taufs. The right center back is Kiersey Bochmans. And rounding out the back 4 is Sarah van Latem. 5 midfielders today for Belgium, so it's a 4-5-1 from left to right. The left mid is Elena Arnaldi. The left center mid is Kim van der Kruijsen. The center mid is Kim van Hoof. The right center mid is Sophie Sachlet. And the right mid is Lara van Lechbechier. The center forward rounding out the starting 11 for Belgium is Marie Delphine Frepon. Now we'll take a look at the starting 11 for Cameroon under head coach Solomon Sadako. The goalkeeper today is Ungodam. Left back is Undome. Left center back is Sandrine. The right center back is Bakench. And rounding out the back 4, the right back is Rita. From left to right in the middle, it's Mbomozamo. The left mid, the attacking mid, is Unkomidio. And then the right mid is Chunko. And then the 3 attackers for Cameroon who have been so lethal in this tournament. The left wing is Ambianchi. Center forward is Tabe. And the right wing, who plays with a lot of it, Shelby, it is Confidence.
Well, you saw it there on the screen. Both teams soaking in the last game of their group play here, taking photos with the refs. The refs were even taking photos before the game. I know this is an exciting match for both teams and the refs alike, and we're excited to see the nightcap here in night number 9.
So Belgium in the 4-5-1, Cameroon in the 4-3-3. One last huddle for Cameroon, knowing that they could make history today. 8-hour difference in Cameroon, so it's 3 a.m. So again, bonjour. Hi, we appreciate you guys either staying up late or waking up early. Maybe you went to bed early. I don't do that a whole lot, Shelby, but maybe you went to bed early to catch this match. And then in Belgium, it's a 9-hour difference, so 4 a.m. So again, maybe you went to bed early or you are staying up late. Belgium, this is the first time we've seen them wear these uniforms. Kind of light blue with the black shorts. Very pretty colors there for Belgium. And then Cameroon rocking the all greens. Here's an attacking chance for Tabe. So dangerous with the left foot. You have to force her to the right foot if you want a chance to stop her. Mbomozamo goes down, and there's the first whistle of the night by the referee in Minji Cha. Rita plays it out wide to Ambianchi. There's Mbomozamo. Not a great clearance there. Ambianchi again. So much speed inside the penalty area. Right foot cross. Backside of the play is Confidence. Pings off the post and to the keeper. And Jolien Bielens. Not even a minute into the match. Sorry there, partner. Not even a minute into the match. And Confidence just missed having her first.
That could have been bad there. The goalpost has been good and bad to a lot of these teams here, bouncing it off there. But it was very close there, but good save there by Bielens to get it back up.
Do you think a lot of the strategy here for Belgium is much like Canada against France last night?
I think so too. When we were talking about the formation and they have 5 and then 5 midfielders and 4 in the back, I think it's the exact same thing. They're really trying to build up their defensive line on their half to stifle Cameroon's attempts.
Mbomozamo plays it out wide. There's the right back in Rita. Rita, right foot cross. Rita wanted a handball, and I think we're going to get a handball. So this will be a free kick here for Cameroon. So instead of a corner, they're going to move up a tad. So Rita is going to take the free kick here. We'll say about 5 yards outside the penalty area.
You saw the goalkeeper, Bielens, shading her eyes already.
So Belgium definitely has the worst of it, getting that draw, being into the sun defensively, That's why that coin flip is so big, picking which end you want to defend on. Good ball. Bianchi couldn't control it, and it will be a goal kick here for Bielens. So very similarly, we were talking about Canada. That Canada squad was able to hold France, one of the best attacking teams in this tournament, scoreless through 60 minutes before Belkacemi headed one home in the 62nd minute of the match. And then France struck for two more. Paulison added her fourth tally. Belkacemi added her second of the match, her third of the tournament.
I think what we saw with the Canadian team as well is not only did their defense hold strong, but that also made it a little bit harder to go forward in their offensive. So I wonder if we're going to see that here with the Belgium team.
So Belgium's final match of group play. It started out rough. They lost to the United States 10-0. They're tired of hearing about it. I'm going to bring it up one last time. A lot of it was because of their flights. Obviously, the U.S. team is very talented, but their flight was delayed and then canceled. Bianchi, Bielens was late outside the 6. Bianchi tried to find a teammate, and boy, that was daring from Bielens, who was a little bit indecisive there.
We talked about the importance of goalkeepers being decisive and having no hesitation when coming out of the goal box and just committing to that decision that you made. And we saw that there, a little bit of hesitation, and it could have ended badly for the Belgian team. You know, we talked a little bit with the Belgian team, and they gave us some stories and kind of what the best experience was for them in the tournament so far, and all of them said not fun, but something they'll never forget is that 60-hour travel day, the first day, and then getting here and playing right after it.
Landed at about 9:30 a.m. local time. Hardly any sleep. Like you said, slept in the Denver airport. Had to take a flight in the wee hours of the morning. But that's what these women are. They are warriors. Speaking of warriors, Bianchi tries to find Tabe. Cameroon looking for their first right foot try. Pings off the post for the second time. Confidence with the ricochet, a shot, and that goes wide of the mark as well. Well, the post hasn't been a friend of anyone here in this tournament, as that shot just pinged off the post for Cameroon. See if we can get a replay on this. Bielens has been tested about 4 or 5 times here in the first 5 minutes. It's hard to man mark, too, against this Cameroon team, Shelby. I mean, we've talked about man marking a lot, but there's just too much talent on this Cameroon team. You saw that shot ping off the post there, and then Confidence missed wide of the mark.
It's definitely a lot of speed for the Cameroon team, and even in that play, Chanko, you saw her saying, hey team, let's slow down. We don't need to be pressuring this hard in the first half, the first couple of minutes. We have time to get up where we need to be.
Good give and go there between Rita and Bianchi. Bianchi, who was at last touched by, it is going to be a goal kick. So nice defense there by Laura Taufs, the left center back for Belgium. So Taufs, who's an OR 5 in the Belgian Army. Taken down near the 18, and it looks like a penalty is going to be awarded. So a penalty coming up here for Cameroon as a player went down. That was Uncomodio. Went down inside the penalty area. Tabe is going to take it. You see it there. The tug of the jersey was enough for the referee and Minji Cha to blow the whistle. I know the United States doesn't want to see this. Neither does Belgium. Tabe trying to add her 4th tally of the tournament here. Bielens has to guess right. There has not been a penalty kick stopped yet in this tournament. Could this be the first? Tabe, stutter step, and goes with the right foot, and Cameroon strikes first. Tabe with a goal. In the 8th minute, they lead 1-0.
What a great shot from her. Not really kicking it too hard, just taking her time and making that small push pass like we've been saying the entire tournament. Let's check it out. Easy pass right there, and Beelan's a little bit disappointed that she missed it.
And it looked like Beelans was guessing middle. Didn't even look like Beelans really moved, so was hoping that Tabe would maybe surprise her and go middle. So Tabe with a big penalty kick conversion. Just like that, Cameroon, they strike often, they strike quickly. They lead at 1-0 here. Also, still tracking goal differential. They're now at plus 17. So in case Cameroon winds up losing, that goal differential still looms large. But that's one of the other stories, Shelby. It's not just the gold medal match for Cameroon. Of course, coming into this tournament, everyone, all 10 nations, they want to win the gold. Of course, obvious statement. But for Cameroon, they were trying to become the first African nation to medal at all. No African nation has ever won even the bronze medal. So that would have been a big accomplishment, let alone potentially going 4-0, getting 12 points, and getting to the gold medal match to at least lock themselves in for a silver.
Well, Cameroon came into this tournament and said, no medal is good for us but that gold, and they're trying hard to get it.
Ndome was just outside the 18. Player goes down, but that's a player for Belgium that hit the deck. And so a foul was called against Nkomodio. I don't think Belgium was set there. Beelans passed the ball. Confidence with the cross. Tabe there. Cleared away for now. Mbomozimo to Rita. Rita, right foot cross. Tabe off the head. Are you kidding me? And the salute. Rita with a beautiful ball inside the penalty area. And Tabe connects off the header, her second in as many minutes.
Wow, they are so great at just making things happen. That cross and a beautiful header right there. Even from the side, it almost looked like, and just making it in. Look at her celebrate.
So Tabe with the salute. Cameroon can already smell it. They can sense it and feel it here in Spokane. We just reached the 10-minute mark in this match, and they already have 2 tallies.
That goal there ties Tabe up with Haley Robertson of the U.S. team for 5 goals scored in this match. And the game's not even over yet.
And Tabe, who has 5. Haley Robertson, remember, scored 2 for the United States. So Robertson now has 6. So Robertson still leads Tabe by 1. But Tabe, he's looking for a hat trick potentially within the first 12 minutes of this match. We knew it was going to be tough for Belgium. They're not done yet. But this is another chance here. Playing it back to Rita. Rita with the shot, and Beelans with the save.
In the 10th minute, goal by number 17 for Team Cameroon, Tabe.
Taking a look at the replay there. How about Nkomodio leaving it for Rita? Right foot try again. Beelans in the sun, bangs off the crossbar. It's one shot after another. Cameroon already has 8 shots in this match. Can anybody stop this team? Leaving it for Rita again. Rita, right foot cross off of Beelans, but nobody there to clean it home for Cameroon. And booted away to force a corner kick by Confidence on the far side.
The awareness of the team, the offenders there to leave it for Rita both times because she's in a better position. just impressive.
They keep thinking they have an advantage here, and they do with Rita. Chanko looked for the head of Mbomozimo. Mbomozimo leaves it for Confidence. Confidence, Tabe, could be the hat trick. Tabe, left foot shot deflected. And Taufs is down for Belgium. So Taufs gets back up right away. It will be a throw in here for Cameroon. So if this score holds, Cameroon's into the gold medal match. And then they will be scouting our first match tomorrow. Second to last match of Group B action between South Korea and France. Turnover, Confidence, a lot of space. Confidence, and a save by Bielens. Confidence didn't quite get enough on the right boot, and Bielens made the save.
Bielens is an OR5 in the med service, and she has her friends and her old teammates actually watching here from Belgium.
Remember, Cameroon did not participate in El Paso. They were supposed to play. It was supposed to be a 10-team tournament. Instead, Cameroon couldn't make it last minute. So maybe playing with even more passion because of that.
Letting the defensive line set up and let their offensive players get in a position for better passes. They're taking their time here.
Played out wide. Bianchi. Tabe, who already has 2, has 5 in the tournament. Moved past Paulison for second place on the goal leaderboard. Somehow Confidence still has it. Chanko with a big windup. That was like a crow hop that you see sometimes from an outfielder in baseball there, but well wide of the mark. Chanko kind of got it off the side of her boot. "16th minute, in case you're just waking up in Belgium or Cameroon. Not a good start for Belgium, a terrific start for Cameroon. Exactly what they wanted to see. It was a 7th-minute penalty conversion by Tabe, her 4th tally of the tournament, and then she also added in a header for her 2nd tally of the match. She has a brace already. That's where we stand. I mean, what strategy can you have against this Cameroon team? United States were the closest. They lost 2-1. They were tied 1-1 in the 79th minute before who else? But Tabe connected on a ball just outside the penalty area. That was the difference, and that very well could be and likely is going to be the difference between the United States getting to the gold medal match and Cameroon getting there.
Really, I think the strategy is doing exactly what Canada did, and what Belgium is trying to do here is keep it on the defensive and just hold it as much as you can from them getting a score. And then when you have those onesie, twosies chances to get up in the offensive, give it your all.
And at this point, too, Shelby, for Belgium, there's nothing to lose at this point. I understand you can lose this match, but you may as well push a little more up, have some fun. Confidence as Rita, switching sides of the pitch. Rita, so good on these. Tabe off the chest, leaves it for a teammate there in Uncomodio. Uncomodio still has it. Mbomozimo. Rita has to come and get it. Rita was looking for Chanko. It was last touched by Rita Nice play there by the left mid and Elena Arnaldi.
You have to think about how frustrated the French team was yesterday when Canada held it strong for that first half. And seeing the Belgium team try to do that here is what we're looking for, and stifling a lot of the attempts here early on so that way they can save some legs for the second half.
Yeah, but unlike the French team, I think the counterpoint to that, right, is that Cameroon was able to strike and break the wall of the Belgium defense right away. 7th minute because of the penalty, grab of the jersey. And then Tabe scored on a brilliant ball by Rita. Speaking of brilliant balls, Rita yet again. Ambianchi, right foot, kept it on the turf. And that's the difference in a lot of these nations. First and foremost, a lot of professional players, some playing for their national teams. But also, it's the quickness from the attackers while playing defense in your own attacking third. So you could see right when the ball was turned over by Ambianchi, she got right back on it and got ready for Belgium to try and clear it away. Put so much pressure on you immediately, as that was missed kick that time by Beelan, so a corner kick coming up for Rita.
I think you're right, too, and just being ready for the ball wherever it is, and that tenacity of the Cameroon team just to not give up and to be fast, intercepting the balls, anticipating the passes. They're doing just that here on the field.
20th minute, Rita trying to set up a third for Cameroon in the first half. Off the head of Chunko. Rita again, left foot, right back in. Tabe looking for the hat trick, and there it is. Give Tabe the hat trick. That is the third hat trick we have seen in this tournament. Tabe did it in 20 minutes, less than 20 minutes. 19:18 to be exact. And right now, it's Tabe 3, Belgium 0.
Well, you can see here, it's all about not giving up. See the deflection and then just making sure to get touch on the ball on the left foot.
So Tabe, who scored in the 9th minute versus Germany, scored in the 32nd minute versus Ireland, scored the game winner in the 79th minute versus the United States. She has 3 tallies here in the first 20 minutes of this match, and she now ties Haley Robertson for the most goals in this tournament with 6. And Tabe could get a 4th here. Could be historic. Tabe leaves it, left foot try, and wide to the left. That time was Uncomodio. The player is down for Belgium inside the 6. Trying to see who that player is for Belgium. Take a look. So that is 18. That is Emily Deputer, who is down and getting looked at by the trainer.
Emily Deputer, an OR6 in the Army, and actually her husband is watching, so I know he's worried for her out in the pitch, but we're hoping she gets up here soon.
And this may also count as the water break here in the first half.
As the teams take their water break, you too can take a water
So
break.
Minji Cha, referee from South Korea. All right, let's take a look at the tallies leaders, the goal scoring leaders. So Robertson, Naisi Tabe, 3 immediately in the first 20 minutes. They're tied up at the top of the leaderboard. Then Utley, Gernsbacher, and that's also wrong there. So Paulison has 4 as well. So Utley, Gernsbacher, and Paulison each have 4. And Batoshek, Ali, Duporche, Belkacemi, Eto, I think Nanga is in there as well. And then Umu Kone from Mali has 3. So those are the top 12 from all the nations competing. Nanga, who is not starting today for Cameroon. Nanga had a hat trick within 4 minutes versus Ireland. 63rd minute, 64th minute, 67th minute coming off the bench. So 2 of the hat tricks have come from Cameroon. 1 in this match from Tabe, Nanga did it against Ireland, and Haley Robertson did it in the first half of the very first match, also against Belgium.
You can see a lot of action on the pitch, but also a lot of action in the back of the net with all of those goal scorers, rounding out the last few games here of group play.
So they're still checking on Deputer over there on the sideline. She's still having trouble putting weight on the right foot. So Belgium is down a woman right now. So it's been a rough tournament for Belgium. Still trying to find something. They're trying to reach the back of the net for the first time in this championship. Rita out wide. Ambianchi, right foot try, and that was kind of an in-between, a cross and an attempt on goal. But it missed everyone. Belgium still down a woman. They have not subbed yet. Turnover here, confidence, Tabe. Can she get number 4, Tabe? And you see what Tabe is doing. She's trying to be unselfish. She already has 3. Rita, right foot rocket. Also wide of the mark is Rita with a smile there. Thought maybe she had it. It bent a little bit too much. But I thought Tabe could have had a 4th there, Shelby. She was trying to be unselfish and give Ambianchi a try.
I think so too, and I also think that's why we see a lot of starters not starting at this game, because it really is in a game that you're up a little bit here in the first half, giving the other players a chance to play. And when you're bringing 21 ladies here to another country, some of them might not get a chance to really see the field.
Ancomodio chips it in. Tabe, flag stays down. Tabe dispossessed. Good defense there from Elena Arnoldi. Bianchi again. Couldn't connect the pass with Ancomodio. That was Marie Delphine Frapon. Confidence out wide. Not exactly what Mbomozimo was trying to do there. It went off the back of the head of a Belgian player.
But again here, having possession and pressing up, even after a mistake like that.
So South Korea and France, they will have essentially what is a semi-final. For the winner of that match takes on Cameroon, and if neither team wins that match, then you got to look at goal differential.
Coming off the field, number 18, Emily Deputer.
So Emily Deputer.
13, Deborah Thiels.
So Emily Deputer is off. Coming on is Deborah Thiels. So Thiels is in. So too bad to lose Deputer that early on in the match due to the injury.
Belgium team trying to make some passes here and some sequences. You can tell Frapone and her middle players there, Van Hoff and Saklet, they're doing very good, at least trying to get it to their outfielders and their wings and their flanks to go up forward.
Good build up here for Belgium. Trying to get on the attack any way they can, and Rita couldn't stay with the play there. Arnaldi's been playing really well. This is the left mid. Doing anything she can. Been playing really solid defense, but couldn't connect with a teammate there in the middle of the pitch. This is what you got to be careful of when you're on the attack. Tabe. Good closing speed. It's going to be a throw-in for Cameroon. Good clearance there by Sophie Saclet. I was also wondering too, Shelby, if you think that South Korea or France is scouting this match. Because one part of you is like, you can't look that far ahead as Rita. Get back to my point in a moment. Rita almost got one to Confidence there. Confidence couldn't quite get there quickly enough. So it's a goal kick. But what do you think? Is South Korea and or France watching this match, scouting in case they win that match tomorrow? Or do you think they're just kind of looking ahead to tomorrow and then they'll watch some film back later on Cameroon if they make the gold medal match?
You know, I'd have to think. We've seen a lot of these different teams coming to watching live, our live stream here, to scout a little bit, to learn other teams. We talked about how they learn from other teams, as we see here in the goal box, the deflection and a corner kick. But we talk about them watching it, but I think South Korea and the French, it's not a bad idea to look ahead a little bit and just kind of learn and see the strategy that Cameroon comes out here and plays, or Belgium coming out here and playing.
Corner taken by Confidence there. Tabe got a piece of it. It was essentially a swing and a miss. And Bianchi. Mbomozamo. Here's Confidence again, who just took the corner. Confidence left foot laser into the 6. Cleared away for now. Ondome. They'll play it back to Sandrine. This is Rita's spot, isn't it? Look at this, dribbling through 2 defenders, now 3, trying to get through 4. Instead, playing it back out to Ondome. First time that Kench has really touched the ball today. One of the center backs. Confidence is onside. Flag stays down. Confidence, left foot, cross attempt. Confidence thought maybe it was a handball. Instead, it's going to be a corner kick.
Now you bring up a good point. The defensive line for Cameroon, and even Ngodam in the back, not really having a chance to touch the ball just yet.
Corner kick number 4. Confidence, low liner. A little bit frustrated with herself, but she'll get another try, and this will be number 5. Can Confidence set up the 4th here in the 32nd minute? Mbomozamo. Not enough on the pass there. But I agree with you. Going back to the point, there was a lot of attacking chances there. I want to get back to what we were talking about. I think that France and South Korea should absolutely scout Cameroon here today. I understand you have to focus on winning that match tomorrow, no doubt about it. But you still have to plan ahead. And I think it's okay to plan ahead one extra match. It also shows some confidence. South Korea and France. Good ball by Mbomozamo. Tabe, number 4. Forget the hat trick. How about the sombrero? Tabe has 4, and she now pushes Haley Robertson aside. She is the goal leader here in Spokane with 7 on the tournament.
You think about zero hesitation. She had a one-touch pass, shot on the ball to get it there in the goal. Very quickly, she saw the pressure there from Beelands and made her decision and stuck with it.
What a ball by Mbomozamo. Just a perfect through ball. This team is so in sync. They're so tactical. And the touch on the ball, so hard to teach. That's just practice, practice, practice.
I think a pass back to the goalie here and then a pass in the middle right in front of the goal box is a little bit of a risky play for the Belgium team with the pressure immediately from the Cameroon team.
Been a long time. I can't remember the last time I saw 4 goals in the match by a player. So using the word haul, H-A-U-L, is not referred to a lot because you don't see one player score 4 goals in a match. Especially in a professional setting or like this, a military setting. But that's what Tabe has done. Confidence. Dribbled a little bit too far out of the reach of her own self there. So it's a goal kick.
You know, the Belgium team, they have used this opportunity here in Spokane, Washington to really bond with one another and get to know the team better as they play these games. And they also told me that they really love the liaisons that are given to them to help them navigate the base, get some food, make sure lodging is all right, and just really that one-stop shop to help them out. We talked a little bit about them in the last game, but the Belgium team really, almost every single one of the players mentioned how much they love the help from their liaisons.
That was cool talking to Erica Northam as well as Lieutenant Colonel Kirschman in that first match earlier today, the liaison for Ireland, also the liaison for the United States. Of course, Lieutenant Colonel Kirschman, not only the liaison for the United States, but I mean, he's the liaison for this entire tournament. He has helped set up everything, left and right, everything he's done. I know he was hopeful that maybe the United States could sneak into the gold medal match if Belgium could have pulled the upset. This match has been dominated in the first half by Cameroon, much as what they've done to everyone they have played. That's where we give the United States so much credit. They were tied 1-1 at the half. Nobody scored until the 79th minute. Until finally Tabe broke the tie, and Cameroon held on to win 2-1. The United States gave this Cameroon team everything, but just fell short. And that's what I love about the way this tournament is set up. The fact that there is a 9th place, 7th place, and 5th place matches. I'm sure a lot of people are sitting there thinking, come on, who wants to play for 9th place? Who wants to play for 7th, 5th? But really, it's to get these women extra matches. This could be another opportunity all the way to her right, and a save by Bielens. Boy, that was blistered off the right foot of Umbianchi, and Bielens made the save diving to her right.
Well, I think you're right, too, when you talk about having more games for these women. They're traveling so long, and we talk about the Belgian team traveling 60 hours. Having the chance to at least play more games than what they're really used to is really nice and just a gift to be able to play here in Spokane, Washington.
So that's now 14 shots for Cameroon, 11 on target. Actually, 15 shots for Cameroon. That's what they have on the scoreboard here. So 15 shots for Cameroon, 11 on frame. And a couple of those shots pinged off the post. Sachlet turns it over. Confidence right to left. Confidence trying to play the through ball, and Bielens is there.
We were talking a little bit about the Belgian liaisons, but I wanted to shout them out by name. Staff Sergeant Jacob Powell and A1C Cody Arguelles have been amazing at helping us get some information from the Belgian team, and then obviously being a great help to the team itself and really getting to bond with these ladies.
A good clearance there by Arnaldi. Throw in here for Rita. 39th minute, closing stages of the first half. Cameroon on pace for at least 8. Chunko. Uncomodio with a chance. Uncomodio tests Bielens again and another save. Yolene Bielens with save number 9. Bielens is working as hard as she can. She needs some help from the back line. Rita into the penalty area. Oh my goodness. Confidence tried the bicycle kick there, but swung and missed with the right foot. And we're going to get our first sub here. I think Umbo Mozamo is going to come out, and Linda is going to come in. And a lot of this is going to be because of the fact that Cameroon knows now that barring 5 goals for Belgium, they are going to the gold medal match. Now's the time, Shelby, to save bodies.
Exactly, and not only save bodies, but like we've been talking about, giving the other players, the reserve players, a chance at the ball, a chance to hone their skills and really make it worthwhile coming here to the U.S.
So the player that's down here for Belgium is Kiersey Bochmans. Bochmans grabbing that left ankle. Clearly in some pain here. Hoping that she's okay. And referee Minjin Cha is taking a look at Bochmans. Minji Cha right now not letting the trainer come onto the pitch. Good sportsmanship there by Confidence to go over and make sure that Bochmans was okay. And a good ovation for Bochmans, who says there's no way I'm coming off the pitch, not on the last day of group play. Good deflection there by the center forward and Frepon. Good give and go.
Something that I've noticed about the Cameroon team as well is when they get the pass, they make a touch to where they plan to go. This makes it a lot easier. The control is phenomenal.
Rita too much on the touch. It's going to be a throw-in right by the corner flag for Rita. So 43rd minute, 4-0 Cameroon. Tabe is leading Belgium 3-0, or excuse me, 4-0 all by herself. Of course, Tabe has been set up by some teammates as offside was called there by George Prionis from Canada. But a couple of stylish passes. Rita had one into the penalty area. Mosmo set up Tabe. And that's just been a lot of the plan for Cameroon. It hasn't just been Tabe, it's been their whole team. So tactical, so precise. But they know Tabe can beat most of the backs here in this tournament in a foot race. So a lot of them, if they find the 1v1 situation, if someone is marking her, they will play the through ball like Mosmo did. And Tabe, with their length and her strides, was able to outrun the back line, score the 4th goal of the match.
I think, too, not only is she quick, she has Tabe, she has very good, she's able to dribble a little bit. She can dribble around a couple of defenders and then make a play, but she also is really great at just getting a body part on the ball. You saw that she had a header, she stuck out her leg and got a ball in the goal. It's just being able to get a body part on the ball.
And we talk about it a lot. Winning the 50-50s that are supposed to be 50-50s. They're called that for a reason. It just feels like Tabe and the rest of this Cameroon team, especially Confidence as well, they win, it feels like 90% of the 50-50 balls. I think it's a great point by you. Just so well settled and getting a touch on the ball as Rita was looking for Tabe. Tabe almost poked it away. We're just talking about the 50-50s. Almost poked it away there from Bielens. And Bielens, I think, was indecisive. Tabe looking for number 5. Tabe, 50-50 ball. Tabe into the back of the net. That is 5 goals for Tabe. That is called a glut, in case you haven't heard the term before. How many times do you see someone score 5 goals in the match as a team, let alone one player? It's 5-0 here in the 45th minute. Take a look.
She is putting in the work there, just dribbling around the defender, and Bielen's just barely touching it with her foot and bouncing it in.
And I don't know, I'm not sure what the record is for most goals in a match in tournament history, but you got to think Tabe's close. She's got the glut now. 5 goals. For number 17. Maybe she'll match her jersey number when it's all said and done.
I have never heard the term glut in my life. And you know what? That's because I've never seen 5 goals like that in one game by a single player.
What do you think 6 is called?
Honestly, I don't know at this point, but I'm sure we might be able to find out here tonight.
Good through ball here on Bianchi. Uncomodio. Guess who's there? Tabe. Confidence. Tabe goes down. Confidence. Left foot try. And another one for Cameroon. Finally, someone else on Cameroon says, hey, I can score. I can do this as well. So Confidence adds to the lead. And Cameroon leads Belgium 6-0.
And we've seen it. Confidence scored in the game versus Ireland in the 20th minute. So she knows what it takes to score a goal in. Her and Tabe did very well there in the first half.
And believe it or not, that's only the 2nd goal of the tournament for Confidence. A lot of times and very often because she's setting up her teammates. But Cameroon coming together at center circle. They know they're 45 minutes away from history, trying to become the first African nation to ever reach the gold medal match. 5 for Tabe, a glut for her, and another one for Confidence there to end the half. They're on pace for 12 plus, Shelby. This team is dominant.
The Belgian team is going to go into the locker room. They're both going to go and talk about some things that they can change. For Cameroon, not much that we can think about changing. Just maybe a different person up front instead of Tabe getting 6, but we'll see there. But the Belgian team just staying strong on defense and trying to really shut down the top few players for the Cameroon team.
Second half coming up in about 15 minutes or so. Some good packages for you. 6-0 Cameroon, well on their way to the gold medal match. We will see you after the break.
Everyone wants to make their mark on the world. But why make just one? Make many. All the products of your imagination. All the lives impacted by your courage. These are the marks that make a difference, that change the world. You may ask, what difference can I make in the Air Force? I say, all the difference. I'm General C.Q. Brown, Jr. Come join us and make a difference.
When our nation called, we answered. We are a force steeped in honor, history, and tradition. And we are proud. We come from a long line of those that fought for freedom, and we won't forget that. From the meadows of Lexington and Concord, to the beaches of Normandy, to the mountains of Afghanistan. Send me, they said. When our nation calls, we answer. We are the defenders of freedom and the American way of life. We are American soldiers.
This is the United States Coast Guard. These are our people. These are the waters we protect. This is our home. We save lives while protecting our country. We live the mission every single day. No one else does what we do.
This isn't an audition or the road trip you took to the coast. And it's far from those weekend camping trips. It's nothing like a district track meet. Bagging groceries at the corner store or crashing a party with your friends. Out here, it's not where the seat takes you, but who it makes you. Get up to a $40,000 bonus when you start today.
You know, space is hard. It used to be all we had to worry about was astrophysics, Kepler's law, gamma rays, solar flares, rocket science, black holes, and the theory of relativity. But now we also track about 30,000 objects, orbiting at over 17,500 miles an hour. And our entire way of life depends on us to protect our satellites from attack, day and night. So yeah, space is hard.
One by one, gonna
6-0 Cameroon all over Belgium in the first half. As we get ready for the second half action, let's take a look at some of the highlights. And, well, I think Shelby, our crew, is going to put together the glut that is Tabe, who had 5 goals herself in the first half. So it's 5-0 in favor of Tabe over Belgium. That was one of them with the salute. Confidence added one just before the break, and that's what gave Cameroon their 6-0 advantage. Can anybody beat this team? And by anybody, we mean it's going to be up to South Korea or France in the gold medal match on Friday.
We are not far from seeing who is going to be the team facing Cameroon in the gold medal match, but this team, Tabe, cannot be stopped. And you know what? Seeing her celebrate, seeing the Cameroonian team just be so excited about this win, even though they are 6-0 and excited about every single goal they score, has been phenomenal.
And that's one thing, too, a point of emphasis that we've talked about. We've talked about friendship through sport. We've talked about sportsmanship, all that. It's all great. It's what we love to see. That first and foremost before anything. But also what I've enjoyed from this Cameroon team is that they're just genuinely happy. They are happy to be there. We've seen them dancing on and off the pitch. To them, this is everything. This is such a big moment for them. And they know that no African nation has ever been to the gold medal match. So this is a big deal. I mean, this is history in the making here in these final 45 minutes, which is still the story for Cameroon. Of course, their head coach is Solomon Sadaku. But they've been dancing and singing and laughing with so many different teams as well. They were with the Irish team a couple of days ago. They were singing the Olé song, and everyone was dancing and hanging out in the Sears building and the dorms over there on Fairchild Air Force Base. I mean, so many nations, all 10 of them have come together, whether they've lost 12-0 or whether they're down 6-0 at the half or whether they've won by those scores or if the matches have been close. They know they're competing out here on the pitch. Everyone wants to win a gold medal, but it's bigger than that.
Well, and you have to think about it, too. They play a hard game, 90 minutes of just straight soccer, and then seeing them, the energy they have at the end of the game, dancing for our cameras, putting on a show for the fans. The energy is immaculate. It's so exciting.
This could be a chance here. Umbianchi finishes, what was that, 23 seconds in to the second half, and Umbianchi with her first strike to the back of the net in this match for Umbianchi. That is her 3rd goal of the tournament. So that's 3 for Umbianchi, and, well, it's a rout here in Spokane.
Just easy, and then watch a nice push pass over there to the left side with the pressure from Beelans. Here's the thing, that's going to be the quickest goal I think we've seen in this tournament so far.
23 seconds. First possession for Cameroon. And Umbianchi puts it into the back of the net, so 7-0. We could talk more about these nations uniting and what it means to a lot of these women. And we've talked about how they defend their countries with pride and with pleasure, but also, this is a bad pass. Could be another one for Cameroon. Nice and easy, pretty simple, but no, not enough on the ball was the substitute in Ghislaine, who was looking for her 2nd tally of the tournament, and it was Sophie Sachlet who was there to boot it away.
Sachlet actually grew up in Germany. She grew up in Germany and then serves in the Belgian forces, like her dad does, and her dad still serves along with her partner in the military for Belgium. Let's check out the replay there.
So Rita with the corner kick here, and Rita will do it again. Here's the replay. Ghislaine thought she had everything. Look at Sachlet there. Not giving up. That's what it's all about. They're just not going to give up as this Belgium team. I know they're down 7-0. It's so frustrating. But so many times we see it, Shelby, in this tournament. Teams down 7-0, they don't care. They're playing. They're here to have fun as well. And that's one of the best defensive plays we've seen from anyone in this tournament. Sachlet preventing Ghislaine from scoring the 8th for Cameroon. So the subs we got to get to, Ghislaine, of course, is one of them. It's just talking about her. But also into the match for Cameroon is number 15. No, not number 15. Umbianchi's already in there. So taking a look here. We're still waiting on the substitutes. So you notice that Tabe is out of the match for Cameroon. So after her glut, she's not starting the second half. So it's 9 in for 17. So Ghislaine is in for Tabe. 14 is in for 21. So Inyake is in. I think this is the first time we've seen Inyake in for Cameroon, as she comes in for Confidence. So Inyake in for Confidence. So those are the two additions to the Cameroon lineup. And then for Belgium, 15 is into the match for 10. So 15 is Valentine Caldy into the match for number 10. Number 10, of course, is Marie-Delphine Frapon. And then 3 is in for 17. So Anissa Susan is into the match for Sarah Van Latem. So you should be caught up to date on the substitutes. And the flag goes up. That could have been the first for Belgium there, but a little bit ahead of the play that time was the substitute who just checked in, and Caldy.
And you were talking a little bit too about just these teams getting together, dancing, singing, and spending time together there in the SEER dorms. And that's really one of the benefits of housing these teams in the same building, the same area. They have the chance to be behind the scenes with each other, you know, off the pitch, eating dinner, camping out, hanging out outside, getting to go work out in the gym, the Fairchild gym as well, the fitness centers, getting to really experience one another off the field. As we get a pass here in the goal.
Chance there, and there's the save. Good call there. You're doing the play-by-play. I interrupted you. I should have let you do it, Shelby.
It's too quick for me, thanks to this Cameroon team.
Humbianchi with the try there. Beelans with the save. You can continue your story.
Yeah, so, and then not even that, they also get to decorate their hallways. We were talking about a little bit of the Ireland team. They decorated their hallways and their doors with flags and things like that, but so has all the other nations, and they've really taken a liking to these dorms and really gotten to decorate them and be prideful of their nations, and then be there with other nations too and getting to trade pins as well, and just really soaking in the experience here, not only on the football field but off of it as well.
Yeah, and we haven't talked enough, and that's my fault, about the pins that each nation is trading, and you're supposed to bring pins. I think most of the nations have brought them. But the pin trading is one of the most unique things that happens at all of these CISM events. It also happens at the Armed Forces events in the United States, but pin trading. So everyone brings these pins. Some of them bring coins as well. They're these really cool coins that you can collect and you trade. And so sometimes people go for some of the rarer pins and trade 2 for 1. I mean, it's cool. There's some good negotiations that go into it. And so we've seen a lot of the nations trading. We've seen a lot of the liaisons rocking a lot of their pins. And you get a lanyard. And so what you do is you put the pins on the lanyard, and it's a lot of bling. It makes you look good. It's like a necklace.
Really showcases the amount of diversity we have here at the CISM tournament.
Sathalet there with the free kick for Belgium. Still looking for their first goal of the tournament. But speaking about this Belgium team, I know they had a fun time with some karaoke, right?
They did, yes. They were talking a lot about how they went into Spokane and got to do some karaoke on their free time and relax a little bit. And a lot of them actually, and I'm going to look at which ones, actually like to sing in the shower is what they put. Santuil is one of the one who loves to sing and sings in her shower.
Shohara Wagon, another one too, right? She loves to sing. Good ball out wide, Arnaldi. Arnaldi trying to close in, and Arnaldi going to get called for the foul, and Arnaldi understood it right away.
But just there, helping the teammate up, and not even your own teammate, but the Cameroon teammate up, making sure she is okay to play.
But also, too, Belgium, not just karaoke and good singers and enjoying their time here in Spokane, but they got to go to the lake as well. And again, Spokane borders Idaho. You can get to Idaho in about 20, 25 minutes. So we are on the easternmost part of Washington here, about an hour and a half south of Canada. I know no one's going there right now just because they're here for the Spokane tournament, but they could if they wanted to. But a lot of them, for Belgium, a lot of teams have been doing this, went to the lake on the Idaho side of things, and there's some really beautiful waterfalls over there and some good parks to picnic at. This Belgium team had a great time over there.
Really taking advantage of everything that being in Spokane has to offer. Like I said, not only on the field, but also off the field, and taking those rest days and really not only resting, but resting your brain, you know, your body, just getting to hang out and not have to worry too much about the game and the technical strategies and things like that. It's nice to be able to relax a little bit and then build your relationship with your team a little bit better. I think sometimes people overlook the importance of having those rest days and those camaraderie days and those culture days is what CISM calls it, but having those days to spend the time to really team build for these teams and the teams that they're with as well.
And also, too, CISM understanding that you need to have 3 days off at somewhere to rest your bodies. It's still grueling out here. It's hot, and bodies are banging around out on the pitch, going down. We've seen a lot of injuries, and so, you know, I think a lot of times you need that break. So a lot of teams got 3 days off, to prepare for their next match, so get some practices in, which is great. But also, too, like we've talked about, go sing karaoke and go to the lake, check out some of the waterfalls, and enjoy this. It also, I know it's a business trip in the sense of representing your nation, trying to get to the gold medal, but you also have to enjoy your time, both on the pitch and off of it as well. And so that's why, too, there's a day off Thursday. There's no matches. That way, everyone can prepare for the 9th, 5th, 7th bronze and gold medal matches, but also, too, Wednesday night to hang with other nations, get to hear their stories, go out, see the town, or stay on base if you choose to do that. And then Thursday as well, of course, you're going to practice and prepare, try and win that gold medal or bronze medal, whatever match you're going to be in. You get a chance to rest the bodies and maybe eat dinner with another nation, whatever it may be.
You know, and you mentioned, you know, it's more of like a business trip, but if you think about it, enjoying yourself out in the town and in Spokane is community relations, which is a huge part of this tournament itself, is getting out, getting as your team and as these other nations, getting to see the community and let them know, hey, we're here. We appreciate the community for letting us come here and hosting us here at Fairchild Air Force Base, interacting with the services and the different people that are on base, serving lunch, just getting to be able to have that community relations and showing that pride for your nation, not only on base, but off base as well.
57th minute, 7-0 Cameroon. Trying to play that back, but instead it's going to be a corner kick. That was Bochmans who tried to play it back to Bielens.
Corner kick for team.
So Rita, who was all the way back there, having to jog up to the corner flag to take this corner kick for Cameroon, who already has 7 into the back of the net. They added one here 23 seconds in to the second half. It was a goal by Umbianchi. Rita on Comodio. This is Undome. Back out wide to Rita. Rita, so good over there. And somehow it finds Rita again. I mean, that header somehow found Rita again over there.
So now we were talking about the 9th, 7th, and 5th matches that are going on here while the bronze and gold medal masters are going. But if you notice, this has been a turf field that the teams have been playing on the entire tournament. But over there behind us, it's grass. So the teams are going to have a little bit of a different playing field going from the turf where your body moves faster, the ball moves faster, rather than grass, which is what they'll be playing on those days.
Yeah, you're right. It is a little bit different. Of course, the bronze medal matches, like we've said, bronze medal match and gold medal match will be here at Union Stadium at 12 o'clock Pacific time. That'll be the United States versus either South Korea or France, and then the gold medal match will follow it at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And that will be Cameroon, of course, assuming they hold on here, who will take on either South Korea or France. So those two matches, very anticipated. But also I think you're going to get a little fairer playing field, too, in the 9th, 7th, and 5th place matches. So Belgium, of course, still have the chance to get their first goal of the tournament here in this match. And this is Umbianchi, pull the jersey, Umbianchi, and a stop by Bielens. So Bielens still working hard inside the penalty area.
But also getting a little bit of a break there without the sun directly in her eyes, getting to be shaded a little, maybe a tiny bit cooler for her in the back.
And as a reminder, the 9th, 7th, and 5th place matches are not going to be streamed. So just the gold and bronze medal match. Our crew, who's worked so hard, wish we had more to where we could stream all the matches. But of course, when you have 3 matches going on at the same time, and I know, Shelby, you could do commentary for all 3 at the same time. But I think I'd have a tough go of it. This is intercepted there. The lane.
If Cameroon is playing, I don't know if I could keep up with their speed of the calls like you are.
I think you can do it. I have faith in you. Good deflection there. Good play for Belgium. That was Susan who checked in at the half. And now we're going to get a goalkeeper change. Don't see this a whole lot, but Ungodam, for the first time in this tournament, is going to come off.
Maybe she'll even get a chance to come up and play a different position.
Coming in the field, number 16, Onomo.
So Ungodam comes out. 16 checking in for the first time in this tournament. That's Onumo. So Onumo is in. Ungodam for the first time is out. Ungodam was not tested at all in this match.
You know, and on our roster here, it's listed Onumo as a midfielder. So I wonder if she's played goalie before, if it's just something they're trying out to give Ungodam a chance to come up forward.
So players down here for Belgium. That is number 6. That's Kim Van Hoof. Van Hoof, who had a really good run on the far flank about 5 minutes or so ago. She's been working really hard. Now you see her on the near side of the pitch. Her teammates trying to help her there, and Anissa Susan, as well as Valentine Caldi.
Van Hoof, she's been on the team for 9 years, playing with the Belgium defense team.
Some coming on for Cameroon. I think this is the 5th and final sub of the match. Yeah, so this is going to be the 5th and final sub. So Umbianchi is out. Checking in is number 11. That's Nanga. This is Nanga, who had that hat trick in the span of 4 minutes. So no more subs allowed for Cameroon. Belgium has subbed 3 times, so they have 2 left. And also the big thing for Cameroon is here, can't pick up a second yellow card. We've talked about that. So I think a lot of the strategy here for them is, of course, they're still playing tough and playing defense, but you know that head coach Solomon Sadaku says if there's a slide tackle opportunity or anything, let it go. First of all, save your own body, but B, cannot afford to pick up a yellow card. So that's still a remaining story here in the 64th minute. Cannot afford to have anyone sit. And there was some petitions from some of the coaches to not allow those yellow cards to trickle over to the playoff matches, the bronze medal match and the gold medal match. And it was denied. So if you have a yellow card and get one in this match, if it's the second yellow card of the tournament, you are out of the gold medal match. That's a rule I hope they change. I really do, because teams have traveled all this way to come play, and a yellow card a lot of times could be a little minor mistake that a referee thought was just enough to give the yellow. Maybe you do a similar mistake or have a similar mistake in another match, and you have to sit out a match, let alone if you got one here, if you're Cameroon and can't compete in a gold medal match. To me, that just doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
You know, I think in the worst case scenario, if the Cameroon team did for some reason have a few players that needed to sit out, I think the bench looks pretty full over there and pretty full of a lot of skill as well. Every single player we've seen come out here has really done a great job at passing, controlling the ball, preserving possession, and doing a great job with the team cohesively as well.
Unco Morio forces the corner. So Rita will take it here. 66th minute. Sun is almost down here. Probably about 5 or so minutes away. Chanko to Linda. Linda to Inyake. Inyake for the first time in this tournament. Nice move right to left. But Inyake couldn't quite get it to a teammate.
What a stadium to be holding the bronze and gold medal matches and all the matches. This has been a beautiful area, an arena. The field has been great to play. And like I said, the turf, a lot of people might not be used to it, but they've been doing very well here playing on it. And just wanted to give a few shout outs to a couple of the key playmakers for the stadium itself. We have John Mick, who is actually the lead security of the stadium, and even secured to have a police escort here at the beginning, at the gates, to make sure everything and all these women are safe.
Rita, right foot cross, stopped by Beeland.
Jennifer Brett, which Lieutenant Colonel Kirschman mentioned a little bit earlier, she basically owns the Union Stadium and has gone above and beyond at making sure everything goes well. She's here very early in the morning, making sure all the gates are unlocked, the restrooms for the team that's setting up, and our team is so grateful for her as well. And then Ned Wendell, he is behind-the-scenes operator for the stadium, and he actually designed the stadium, so we can thank him for that, and the beautiful sunrises and the picturesque mountains and trees that we see here behind us. A little bit of a attested to Mr. Wendell.
Another thing, too, another story that I wanted to get to in this tournament was the fact that we celebrated 50 years of Title IX about a month ago now. It was a big deal here, especially in the United States. Title IX, of course, made it so that it was equal for men and women to compete. A lot of it was geared towards the collegiate level. Most of it was geared towards the university or college level here in the United States. It was a big celebration. I mean, 50 years to make sure that women could be treated as equals. Always, of course, off the pitch, but on it as well, and to make it so that colleges couldn't just have 10 male sports teams and only 1 female sports team. They had to have equal numbers. And so that was another storyline I wanted to get to in this tournament. It's such a big deal. It paves the way for these hardworking women, especially military women, to get out on the pitch and compete. So that was a great celebration. 50 years. It's a really big deal. Continuing to push for women's rights, and women's rights both on and off the field and off the pitch, different sports. I'm telling you, it's just been such a pleasure, Shelby, to get the chance to tell their stories and talk about these women. Because there's so much more than just a military woman. There's so much more than just a footballer. Getting the chance to talk about their lives, where they come from, what they want to do, who they are. To me, with this job, that is the most important role. If I haven't done that, and you haven't done that, at the end of a tournament, I think we failed, right? And so that's why we've been working hard to get these stories and make sure that we can promote who these women are as people, more than just being players out on the pitch.
Exactly, Alex. And, you know, some of the audience may be wondering the same thing, like, why are we talking so much? Nice catch there by Beelans. Why are we talking so much about these players and the stuff that doesn't really involve football or the military? But it is important, and to view these women and as people, as their own individuals, and not just as football players or military women, like you said, is so vital, and really just bringing a personal touch to the teams and the viewers who might not be from Belgium or Cameroon, but are here watching, that want some inspiration, you know? These girls like to sing, they play the clarinet. We talked about a ton of different things. And
chicken nuggets.
Exactly. And the girls watching from home may be hearing that and saying, hey, that sounds like me. Maybe I can do this one day.
And a lot of the goal, too, is I want to see this tournament in 50 years. Right? We're talking about Title IX. I want to see this tournament in 50 years, Shelby. When we're old. And we're old souls by then.
You are old. When you are old.
When I'm old and you're still young. I want to see this tournament grow to 50, 60 teams, whatever it is. You know, I want to see other nations view this as an opportunity, not only just to compete and go have fun playing the sport of football, but also get their stories told, get their names out there. You never know, too, who you're going to meet here that you remain friends with for life. Maybe you build connections. Maybe you find a job, whether it's in the military, outside, whatever it may be. So many different things that go in to all these storylines, and it's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. And, you know, Derek Way and I was listening to a podcast, the actual Fairchild Air Force Base podcast, and he was saying one of the U.S. teammates that he had, actually, she was a contracting officer and then wanted to cross-train into a different job, and just being at the tournament and talking to the other players, getting that mentorship, she ended up getting the job that she wanted, which I thought that was an interesting story, because I'm sure that happens a lot here.
I think that's a big deal. I think it is a big deal. I mean, also, too, I know we're going to put this on our resume, having the chance to call this tournament, but I think a lot of the women here are going to put it on their resume, having the chance to compete in this tournament. Or if you're a liaison, or if you're, you know, sitting there and volunteering, it's a big. I know some people are talking about internships. Hi, everybody. Alex Gould, U.S. Air Force Staff Sergeant Shelby Pruitt-Johnson. John Anderson, the man over here, is to our right, statistician, doing a great job. But yeah, I mean, this has just been a blast. It has been. I know we're talking a lot about the competition, too, of course, because that's the name of the game at the end of the day. South Korea and France, they want to take on Cameroon in the gold medal match. Loser, of course, going to take on the United States in the bronze, but it's been spectacular. And I want to make sure I make a point here. This woman right here not only serves her country, she does so proudly. She's one of the most amazing people I've met. I feel like I've known you my whole life. We're talking about Lieutenant Colonel Kirschman, but this is Shelby's first time in the booth. And the reason I say that is because this job, as John Zanone, our producer, pointed out, he said, this is the toughest job in all of media. It's so hard to do. You have done it and represented not only your country, but our entire crew so beautifully. You have done an amazing job.
Wow, thank you. I appreciate that, and I hope our viewers think the same. I know I babble a little bit, but you've been helping me out a lot here, and this has been helping me out a lot. Just getting to watch this and talking about the game that I used to love and really falling in love with it again here at the tournament.
Yeah, you have been spectacular. You're helping me out a lot, too. I'm telling you, there's so many times I'm asking you about the ranks. You tell me the rank, I forget it 5 seconds later, and then Erica Northam comes on here, and you look at me and go, I just told you like 10 seconds ago. How did you mess that up? That's impossible. Well, I listen to most things, all right? You know, sometimes it sticks in there.
Well, you know, and you talk about a lot of these women putting it on their resumes that they've competed, but maybe when we're in the Netherlands next year, wink, wink, Mr. Steve Deneau, if we're in the Netherlands next year for the next tournament, maybe we can be the ones announcing that, hey, they were at the tournament we were at last year in 2022 in Spokane, Washington. I
guarantee you Steve Deneau, too, is going to listen to this and say, he's going to be like, if it were up to me, I know you would be there. He'd probably be like, yeah, we could flip a coin on Alex. But I think he's going to sit there and be like, it's not up to him. So you never know. But even more than anything, I'd love to just watch in the Netherlands, get the chance to go to Europe and travel around there. Here's a right foot ball and a good stop by Bielens. That was off the right foot of Linda. So 75th minute here, about to be the 76th. Cameroon 7-0 for Belgium. But also, too, our entire crew from the 2nd Audio-Visual Squadron, Hill Air Force Base in Salt Lake City, Utah. 3rd Audio-Visual Squadron, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, San Antonio, Texas. All people that have served or previously served, right, who are now civilians, make up this crew. I have worked with so many crews in my time as a broadcaster, Shelby, and it's a family. I mean, it's a family atmosphere. Whether it's working here, these long hours, long days, getting here at 12:30 Pacific time, leaving at about 10:30 at night, about 10 hours of work. It's long days, but it's worth it at the end of the day, because we talked about a lot of these women making friends with other nations and other players, but I know that I have 30 to 40 friends for life. I mean, it just is. Just getting the chance to work with everyone here has been marvelous.
I think the best part about, well, I think I could speak for our entire crew, really, when I say that we are so happy to be able to bring the players, the friends, the families of these players this story, right? It's been one of the first couple times that CISM has been live streamed, and I know the Belgium team has thanked us a ton for providing that, but just letting their friends and family get to stay up late or get up early to get to watch them play when they normally wouldn't get the chance to.
Yeah, I know a lot of coaches and referees, their kids are watching in these countries, and you know, it's one of those cool experiences. You know, you remember that as a kid, staying up and saying, can we please have a sleepover? Can we please stay up late and build forts or whatever it is, and, you know, hang out past our bedtime till 1, 2 in the morning, whatever it may be. And a lot of these coaches and referees and a lot of the people here have talked about that. Siblings have stayed up. Parents have stayed up later, getting whatever it is, caffeine in their system, whether it's going to bed super early so they can watch their daughters or nieces, or husbands or wives as coaches, whatever it may be, referees as well. That's why we do so many of these shout-outs, because it's a big deal. And also, too, you're away for 2.5+ weeks. You've talked about it a lot. All of these women are going to go back to what they're doing in the military, whatever their respective jobs are for their respective nations. And so maybe even when they get back, they may not have time to see family. And so that can be hard, too. And so that's why we do a lot of those shout-outs.
A big part of it, too, is being in the military, and you are gone often, and a lot of times your kids, your nieces, your nephews, your parents don't really know what you're doing in the military. They don't know your job. They don't know your day-to-day like they normally would have if you're home or if you were in high school. So being able to see why they're friends, their family, their moms, their dads are out here, why they're gone for 2.5 weeks in another country, and what they're doing here is really key.
Could be a chance here for Ghislaine. Couldn't finish once. She finishes this time into the back of the net. 8-0 Cameroon in the 79th minute. Ghislaine, off of the deflection, found herself on a 1v1 with the keeper in Beelans, and this time she finishes.
And we talk about it over and over. An easy push pass right past the goalie, just not having any jitters or any nervousness when the pressure comes out from Beelans, and being able to make it finished there in the back of the net.
That is the second of the tournament for Ghislaine, first of this match. So 8-0. That is the second goal of the second half for Cameroon. Cameroon just padding the stats here at this point. Final 10-plus minutes. They know that they are going dancing into the gold medal match. It's just going to be a matter of who they play to try and become the first African nation to win the gold. You see Nico van Eertsel there, hoping that this Belgian team can find a way to reach the back of the net. There is the head coach and Solomon Sadaku. They are enjoying this, just letting these hardworking women play here in the second half.
Now, something I'd like to see from the coach is you're up 8-0. You already have a golden ticket to the golden match. But letting the players who have come here and have supported the team on the bench get a chance to kind of play the game. And I know that these girls out here are doing very well, so it's hard to take them off the field.
And that's, I think, what Solomon Sadaku was doing. That's why I think when he subbed those 5 players in, he's given the chance for Cameroon as Uncomodio went down. Good ball by Chunko here. Opportunity and a good stop. So 81st minute, 8-0 Cameroon. Ever since the 7th minute, the party's been on here in Spokane. I know back in Cameroon as well. Whether you're watching now, whether you wake up in the morning, boy, the nation of Cameroon is going to love the fact that these women are going to be playing for the first ever gold medal. They are one match away. If they can win against South Korea or France, they will make history, and making history regardless, because no African nation has ever been to that gold medal match.
The fans back home in Cameroon, they have really been showing out for this team and supporting it. We've seen the views have been so astronomical for the videos of Cameroon, and they are so supportive of these ladies being back home.
Bakench. I think they're trying to get Nyake a chance here. See that the attack is trying to build through number 14, and Nyake is the first time we've seen her in this tournament. Good move by Rita. Might have been a nutmeg. Hard to see over there on the far flank. Rita into the penalty box. And a foul is going to be called. So the list of champions, just looking at the gold medal winners throughout its history since 2002, as a player is down there for Belgium, that is Van der Kruijsen. The trainer's going to look at her. United States won in 2002, then the Netherlands won in 2004. In 2007, it was North Korea. Germany won in 2008, then Brazil. 3 straight years for Brazil. 2009, 10, and 11. Then Germany won again in 2012. Then Brazil again in 2015. France won their very first championship in 2016. Could win again this year. Brazil again in 2018. And then North Korea in 2019.
Von der Kuysen, she wanted us to shout out her mom. Her mom sees every game, and she's been on the team, not really for that long. She's been on the team for 2 months. So she's so excited that her mom has been able to see this games, and I know that she's over there hoping that she can get up.
Hoping that Von der Kuysen is okay. There's a lot of good nuggets on this Belgium team, as well as Cameroon. Taking a look at their bench, getting ready to celebrate here within the next 6 or so minutes.
We talk about number 14 is Isaline Ekmon. She plays the piano on the side, so she's a little bit musical, just like a lot of the Belgian team likes to sing.
Substitution for Team Belgium.
Valentine Caldy, number 15, used to be a Belgian champ for swimming, and she also loved karaoke. But she said that she gets shivers every time she hears the Belgian national anthem at the beginning of the match.
That's great. I know you got a lot of them here, Shelby.
Anaïs Santuil, she said all men in her family are firemen, and she's so proud of them, and she thanks her parents for watching the matches during the night. And she also was one of the ones that mentioned the karaoke bar being so fun, getting to sing with her teammates.
Bielens is resting on the ball there. She's worked hard in this match against Cameroon.
Something that stuck out to me as well is number 3, Anissa Suon. She has a 4-year-old girl and a 3-month-old boy she left at home to come here and play at the CISM tournament.
And you know that they're watching Mama. I mean, I know that they are very proud of her. Chance here for Nanga. Nanga, left foot cross, deflected. Cleared away for now.
Number 17, Sarah Van Latham. She talked a little bit about how her grandfather was a general of the Ramstein Air Base, which is an Air Force, U.S. Air Force base, and he is so excited for her to be here in the U.S. playing this game. 16, Elena Arnoldi. She talked about how her favorite part of Spokane was eating the ice cream.
Nice. We were talking about that the other day. That's
ice cream is
just
a weakness.
It's just for everyone, isn't it? If ice cream was healthy for you, would you eat it every single day? I feel like we do anyway, but it's I think I would eat it maybe every meal.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I would ever vary anything else.
I eat ice cream every day.
So Rita going to take the free kick here for Cameroon in the 87th minute. Trying to add a 9th here against Belgium. Rita may test the keeper. And Rita does, and it's saved by Bielens.
Number 2, Kirsty Bokmans. She said that she likes the States kind of music, and what she means by that is old country and rock and things like that. And then she also is joining the K9 unit starting September, which isn't a few months, it was just a few months away there in Belgium. Number 19, Laura Nest. She has actually had 2 ACL injuries and has stayed so positive during the trip and talked about that 60-hour travel day for the Belgium team. And she was talking about and lauding her team, how positive every one of them stayed during that horrendous trip for the Belgium team. Number 21, Laura Tufts. She scored the 100th goal for her KV Mechelen team there in Belgium.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Century mark in goals? Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's a really big deal for Tufts.
And Taus family is watching from home too, so hello to the Taus family and anybody else watching from Belgium and Cameroon.
You should be proud of Laura. I know you guys are, but 100-goal century mark. I know she's more than just the back of the net, but that is really, really special. That's an amazing achievement on the pitch. Just want to make sure we got those Belgian stories in. And also, too, because Belgium had those delays. So when we were passing out some of these sheets and having teams fill it out, Belgium got the short end of the stick because of the fact that they had to sleep in the Denver airport, couldn't get here until about 9:30 in the morning, that first match, and had to scramble for the first couple of days to get everything in order, get their sleep cycle in order as well. So we wanted to make sure we got all of those stories out for Belgium. I know there's a couple of other things as well, but 90th minute, that's why we try and get to as many as we can. So 90th minute, Cameroon is moments away from their first ever trip to the gold medal match. Another dominant affair here in Spokane. They lead 8-0 here. There's going to be no additional time, says head referee in Minji Cha from South Korea. So it's a matter of seconds here for Cameroon. They are counting down here in Spokane. And that is it. For the first time ever, an African nation will be competing in the gold medal match. Cameroon defeats Belgium 8-0. They go perfect in Group A. And now, Shelby, they await the winner of South Korea and France after their match tomorrow. Big congratulations to Cameroon.
I have a feeling they might be watching the game tomorrow to see who they're going to be up against for that gold medal match.
So Belgium gave it everything they could. That is their final match of group play. They will be in the 9th place match. See if we can take a look at the updated rankings whenever we get a chance. But can Cameroon, whether you stayed up with us or woke up early, maybe you'll see the replay on YouTube. Big congratulations. It means so much to these women. First African nation ever to reach the gold medal match. You see it there. Great job by our crew to make sure that they updated these rankings. Look at the goal differential, Shelby. Cameroon had 3 shutouts. They only allowed 1 goal. That was to Haley Robertson off the pass by Scotty Colton for the United States. A goal differential of plus 23. I mean, the United States at plus 15 is video game-like. Cameroon at plus 23 is unheard of. They win Group A, and we get the star-studded showdown between France and South Korea. And let's talk about that real quick before we sign off. South Korea and France, of course, playing each other tomorrow. They are both 3-0. You saw, it's very simple. The winner of that match between France and South Korea goes to the gold medal match. What I wanted to talk about, when I wanted to look at the rankings, was because that if there's a draw, then you got to look at goal differential for France and South Korea. And I'm looking at it right now. France owns the goal differential over South Korea. So that means if France and South Korea tie, if they draw, France will go to the gold medal match. So South Korea needs to win. France is into the gold medal match with a win and a draw.
You know, that's going to be a match to see. I'm so excited for these championship matches because it's going to be so evenly matched. The teams are going to have an exciting game, and I know they're all excited here. And you know what? I want to give props to the Belgian team because it is so easy when you're down like that 8-0 just to give up, just to start walking around being lazy with things. And they did not. They didn't give up the entire time. The defensive line held as strong as they could, and everyone was running still to make sure that they got to the ball. So I wanted to give credit there to the Belgian team.
So Cameroon on to the gold medal match. The United States will play in the bronze medal match. They'll take on the loser of South Korea and France. Germany will play in the 5th place match. Ireland will play in the 7th place match. And Belgium, right there you see on the screen, they'll play in the 9th place match. The only team that is done in Group B is the Netherlands. And right now they could be in the 9th place match. Depends on what happens to Canada tomorrow. But France versus South Korea at 3:30 tomorrow. And then the final game of Group B, the final match of Group B, is Mali and Canada at 7 p.m. Final thoughts, partner?
Just excitement all around. It's been a phenomenal first week, and then halfway, mostly done here, of the second week. It's been an exciting couple of games that we've seen, and just 2 more until we get to the championship matches.
Well, it was fun again, partner. End of Group A. That is it. One more congratulations to Cameroon for their perfection. 12 points in Group A. First time ever, African nation going to the gold medal match. Big one tomorrow. Hope you can join us for South Korea and France, and then Mali and Canada. We sign off here from Spokane from one of the final times. We got a couple more sign-offs left, but we will see you tomorrow for France and South Korea. Good night, everybody.